Now, forecast first on KOLR 10 News, Ozarks First.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. We've got a wind advisory still in effect until 1 o'clock this afternoon. It includes Springfield and points west like Joplin, Nevada, and Bentonville there this morning. We're expecting south winds gusting 40 to 45 miles per hour. You'll be able to feel the wind on your car on the highway. You'll want to take down or tie down any loose objects you may have in the yard. Winds this morning are to 25 miles per hour in Springfield and in Joplin. We're seeing gusts there up to 35 to 40 miles per hour. Again, so we're already seeing some of these windy conditions this morning. Very warm. It's balmy out there this morning. 67 in Springfield. Our average daytime high is 66. So we're starting out very warm. Now we're very warm and we're very windy ahead of a strong cold front that we're expecting today. You could start to see this low really taking shape and deepening over parts of Colorado and Nebraska there this morning. This low is going to be the star of a show today. It's going to be the star of our severe weather threat. It's also going to be the star of some blizzard conditions up for our friends in the Dakotas. A very complex system today. But locally, we're expecting, we've got a severe weather risk today. It's an enhanced risk for most of the Ozarks, for a lot of southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. It includes Springfield, Branson, Harrison, Joplin. We've got a slight risk up around Rolla and Salem. The difference between the two is in number and intensity of storms. We do expect storms to kind of weaken and taper off as they head eastward, as they kind of lose some juice. Now, this forecast is very fluid and something we're still keeping an eye on. It looks like we'll have two areas to watch for storminess. One coming out of Arkansas that's going to push into south central Missouri earlier this afternoon and evening. That's ahead of the cold front. There we could have an isolated severe threat, some widespread rain and thunder. Then we've got the cold front and very strong dry line that will set up in parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. Now there's a potential to get some very strong storms out of that, but the problem is we also have some dry air nosing in on top of the very unstable air at the bottom. So as these storms try to grow and develop and intensify, they're going to kind of get knocked down. So it's going to be a battle today to see how strong they can get from the bottom. Can they push through all of this stuff that's trying to push them down? No, who's going to win? So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. If we do get the dry air to win, the threat could be a little bit more isolated. If we get these storms to punch through, we could have some strong storms on our hands. So, a very fluid forecast that you want to keep your eye on today. This morning, not expecting too much in the way of severe weather. We've got afternoon and evening threats, mainly after 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon. It should die down on the overnight hours, but there is some new data suggesting it might last a little bit longer than that. So again, keeping an eye out to see how slow this progresses through the day too. Severe threats, mainly wind and hail. Hail up to baseball size possible. Wind up to 70 miles per hour possible. Tornado threat is on the lower side. It's not zero, but we could have an isolated brief tornado. Again, keeping an eye out for that for sure. Again, afternoon, evening timeline. Watching those two areas in Arkansas and Oklahoma. All modes of severe weather possible, and then those threats should start to dwindle overnight. Until about noon, not expecting too much. Could start to get some showers and storms to filter in from the south and west. We're looking at that batch of storms coming through parts of Arkansas, and then again, we've got that line setting up in Kansas and Oklahoma that will push east too. So again, a couple of things we're watching. Also notice how widely scattered it is. Not everyone sees rain, not everyone sees storms. So you've got to stay weather aware, keep your eyes out on this. We should clear after midnight. Rain forecast, the heaviest about a ½ inch to an inch for areas south and east of the interstate. And by the way, this low associated with this front hangs out to the north all weekend, so that wraps around clouds and chilly air and gusty winds through Saturday and Sunday. Stay weather aware today. 77 degrees for that high. 45 overnight. Those storms should start to wrap up. 52 tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, breezy. Yes, some flurries are possible late. Some flurry chances could linger into Sunday. Only 44 degrees there. Much quieter weather next week. And a big winner, Bobby Grubb gets $200 to Hy-Vee. Strong cold fronts mean extra groceries is what the trend we've seen this week. So congratulations, Bobby Grubb. Enter to win OzarksFirst.com.
Thank you very much.